What's going on, y'all? We're back. It's Cash Piece. I missed the last couple chapters of One Piece. I'm here to catch up now, but for me, all that means is I get to read two chapters instead of one. So I got chapter 1185 here and 1186 both pulled up here. Right after this, I'm gonna be reacting to the new chapter of Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is back, y'all. It's very unbelievable, but I'm gonna save my excitement for that stream slash video. For now, let's get into this One Piece, and we're in the middle of Brook's second backstory, and I'm really liking it. We kind of got the little taste of him as a child and his connection to this kingdom in the last chapter, 1184. So let's see where it goes on from here. Sadly, I feel like the king is gonna pass, or something else very tragic is gonna happen. And I'm still very curious how the princess ends up with the nobles at Marijois. So I guess we're gonna have to see on that. Enough yapping. Let's get into the chapter. Chapter 1185. Y'all better buzz off. Let's get into it. We got a cover request by Masako, and it's Hancock hones her cooking skills for Luffy. Yeah, I bet. Well, she burning everything up, so hopefully she works on that so that Luffy will, that'll be the thing that locks Luffy down for real. Anyway, so we cut back to a young Brook, very young. He's a child still. And we have the king here, or at this point, I think he's still a prince. He says, Candell, make Brook your page. Teach him good manners and how to speak properly. You got it, Lord Leuven. Wow, the palace, Brook says, is packed with cute babes. There's one hottie, two hotties, or not her, three hotties? Cut it out, Candell tells him. Don't worry, you're still number one, Candell. That's Lady Candell. You're my page now. Yo, let me see your pants. Yo, Brooke was starting early, yo. That's crazy. Anyway, and she yells Brooke angrily with the Nami face. But anyway, let's keep it going. Hey, do you have an issue with wearing your school uniform? She says to Brooke. If I let that school cramp my style, I won't be able to jam and make good tunes anymore. Don't worry though, I'm looking forward to rocking a guard corps uniform one day. And I love young Brooke because it just shows the individuality that he had inside him, even at a young age. You know what I'm saying? That made him the eccentric old man that he is today on the Pirates crew, on the Straw Hats crew. We see him sleeping with his guitar. We see Candell tucking him in. It's a very cute, intimate relationship that they have. Gotta admit, I'm jealous. This one dude is saying to Brooke, I can't believe this kid gets to be Lady Candell's page. So clearly, everyone in the town can see how amazingly talented and beautiful Candell is. Candell, do you have a type of guy you go for? Lady Candell, there is one man, but he's out of my league, she says as she's with the fencing. Still, the reason I train so hard with the sword is to be by his side, and is clearly Prince Charming, the ugly dude. I bet you'd get him if you dressed more like a chick instead of a dude. Yo, Brooke don't give a damn, yo. That's not necessary. Being near him is more than enough for me. Huh? Near him? Does that mean it's me? Yo, Brooke is great, yo. Of course not, she says. Lady Candell, don't tell me you even wear men's underwear. That's crazy. I don't. Really? Then you gotta let me see. Brooke, your language is not improving. You have to be polite and use honorifics when you ask someone for a favor. A favor is crazy. Would you be so kind as to show me your panties? Yo, Brooke is crazy, bro. And I feel like that's the reason why he does have a couple moments in the series where he does say it with that very proper English. But I mean, it's still the same request that it is. Of course not. Even outside of politeness, you need to consider basic decency too. I'm going to drill good etiquette into you. Good grief, he says. Damn, she bopped the hell out of him. He got a big ass boop on the back. And we get a little flashback. Strength and etiquette go hand in hand. What? Then I'll do my best. Or I guess we were coming out of the flashback of older Brooke remembering his early days being Candell's page. There's not a soul around. This is probably like 18-year-old Brooke around there. There's not a soul around who doesn't admire Lady Candell, she says to Princess Shuri. She shines like the sun over the whole nation. Now that I think about it, there was this one time a world government ship drifted up here in Hesperia. The kingdom was thrown into panic, and no one had ever dealt directly with the people of such stature. The celestial dragons, she says? Yep, the pressure was overwhelming, Brooke says. Lady Candel was actually bedridden for a few months after that, probably due to the stress. You wouldn't believe how dark the kingdom felt back then. Yo, I shouldn't laugh, but it really was like the sun set on our kingdom. That's a crazy story right there. But that was just the beginning. You wouldn't believe the influx of news that followed, Princess. I'm curious if we're gonna keep getting those little like flashbacks within a flashback, and we're gonna actually see that play out, maybe. Your father, the renowned rugged prince, ascended the throne, and at the same time, he married your mother Candel, or Lady Candel, excuse me. The celebrations across Hesperia were as thrilling as a live concert. And then we were blessed by your birth, Princess Shuri. Then, okay, now he's singing. The nation positively bubbled over with joy. Or no, he's just playing the guitar. People were always saying, I want to see her face, or she's so cute, etc., etc. Takes after her mother. Oops, I'm getting off topic, but you get the picture. That's why I love your folks. They're my ultimate benefactors. In fact, I'd gladly relinquish my life for those two. I think that's some reverse foreshadowing that's about to go on, but anyway. Check out my latest hit, Relinquish Rock. Mommy and daddy, so broke. What would you do if I were in danger? That's obvious. I'd lay down my life in a heartbeat for you too. Is that just because I'm their daughter? No, it's because you're you. You're supposed to say that wholeheartedly without hesitation. And so she's, pouting about it because obviously she's in the situation that Brooke was in when he was young and he was fawning over Lady Candel, excuse me, the honorifics. And now she's kind of like his page. And so it's a nice little reverse of the roles. But continuing on, he holds out a nice lollipop and she's happy again. And he's practicing with Candel with actual swords. They're not fencing at this point. Hey, Daddy, Shuri says as she's on Brooke's shoulders, walking by. Use father instead. You're not a little girl anymore. Love you too, father. And it's a cute little moment with us getting to see what their family dynamic is like amongst the different family members. Okay, we cut to what looks like. Okay, Shuri got a little cut on her finger. Princess Shuri, if you're craving freedom from your parents, you know you can always vent it out with a song like this. And we're looking back on different moments between Brooke and Princess Shuri over the years, while they're kind of having this dialogue together. The first one is her cutting her finger, him running very frequently, obviously looking very concerned with the first aid kit. It's raining in the second one. He's holding the umbrella for her. He's singing, and now he's singing, Y'all Better Buzz Off, which goes back to the title of the chapter, of course, which kind of brings everything together to mean like this is the chapter where we're really kind of seeing why Brooke has this relationship with his family and specifically his relationship with Princess Shuri. Ah ha ha ha, why do those lyrics sound so weird? And then in the next panel, it's him measuring how tall she's getting over the years. It's a dialect from a kingdom in the west called Kamigata. And it's Brooke flirting with some girl that's going down the street and Princess Shuri kicking him in the back of the head. It's Brooke being scared by her scaring him with like a fake skull ghost. That's pretty funny. She's fishing, he's playing his guitar. Y'all better buzz off. We ain't pups bought off with treats. We ain't kids turned around by sweets. Okay. And Brooke's sick or he's in pain and in the hospital, it seems like. And Shuri's basically cussing out the nurse because she obviously doesn't think that she's doing a good enough job for Brooke specifically. In the next one, it's Lady Candel's teaching Shuri how to cook. I really like how much Oda is able to pack into one chapter, and you really get a full feeling for how all of these characters interact and feel for each other. And the next one, Brooke is eating and she's sleeping, so they just kind of coexist with each other and are big parts of each other's lives, clearly. He's smiling, he's patting her head. In Shuri's 15th year. Okay, so at this point, we're fast forwarding to her being 15 years old, and there's a dude playing a violin. He goes, huh? It's out of tune. Music died in her 15th year. Music died in the kingdom of Vesperia. A thick mist shrouded the country and lingered for half of a year. The land's treasured instruments decayed as the mist turned to smog. The island was swallowed whole. Music no longer echoed through the streets. Joyful melodies gave way to the sound of coughing. Interesting. Let's have a music cough. Cough. Yeah. This is Brooke saying that. Everyone's covered in like soot, kind of smog, whatever, I guess. But anyway, continuing on with what the narrator's saying. The toxic smog ravaged the lungs of tens of thousands and claimed the lives of hundreds. The fog will clear. It must, Lady Candle yells. Oh shit. Beset by one unimaginable tragedy after another, the kingdom knew nothing but suffering. Even after the fog had lifted, the scars it caused remained. And it shows that Lady Candle passed probably due to maybe lung cancer or something like that. And we see all of the people that were close to her mourning her death. Shuri's crying her eyes out. Brooke is crying his eyes out. And Lumen is crying his eyes out right in front of her grave as well. It's a sad scene. Again, Oda's covering a lot of ground all in this one chapter right here. Your Highness, we still owe the government this year's heavenly tribute, but we can't afford to pay them. Okay. Yeah, and then it cuts to Shuri and Brooke practicing with their swords. Whoa there. Princess, the way you move, sometimes it's like you can see the future. Oh, she got future sight or what? She's good. Is that us showing that she's gonna have future sight? But anyway. Oh, this laugh I can't do. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be just like my mom. I mean, mother. I think you would be well suited for that, but I doubt your father would be pleased at the motion of you fighting on the front lines, Princess. Father, he seemed troubled lately. I have an idea why, but there's nothing we can do about it. I will simply follow the king to the very end. Didn't you want to become a pirate, Brooke? I'm happy to put my own dreams on hold while I repay my debt to His Majesty. When the time comes, I'm going with you. Absolutely not. Try and stop me. The world government is our enemy. This means war. Oh, Lumen not playing, bro. I don't know what happens to him, but he's looking dusted up. Understood, Brooke says. Commander, Your Majesty, I just ask that you tell us your reasoning first. Brooke, he says. They demanded 1,000 slaves. Oh, the Celestial Dragons don't give a damn about anybody that's on the lower level and what they care about or their people. Having to give up 1,000 of your people into slavery is insane of an ask for a country. That is the only way they would waive this year's heavenly tribute. Oh, it's because they couldn't pay the heavenly tribute. Right. Slavery in the Holy Land is a fate worse than death, which is facts. No way, someone says. The government's armada will arrive in 2 months, and I have no intention of choosing human sacrifices to hand over to them. Is our country done for, Commander? Not all non-member nations turn into lawless zones. Are they really gonna loot us for everything we've got? That's crazy. Apparently there was once another nation in the West Blue that disappeared too. Damn. Oh, so they would hit him with the Lelucia special. That's crazy. So he's singing again. I've never heard there's all these tales out where the deadly sea wind wails. And they're like surprised that he's singing right now, I guess. About a land that makes the mighty shake with fear, a land they won't come near, a hope for the samurai and them giant folk. It exists like all the tales spoke. Like a mean old bee, a sting and they'll flee. They said to consider your views, 'cause we've got nothing left to lose. I mean, fair enough, Brooke. I love Brooke's lyrics because he just be straight to the point with it. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's kind of happy and cheering. That's the thing. They took a country that was based on happiness and music and feeling and just turned it into despair, just like that, which sucks. They landed on. Okay, so we're already cutting to the part where the Celestial Dragons come. Clearly, they landed on the northern port. Platoon 12, intercept. Y'all better buzz off. Yikes, we got the name of the chapter coming back in a different way now. Oh my god. Nobody said there'd be this many of them. Don't let them set foot on the island. Y'all better buzz off. We're out here on the map's edge, but don't y'all scoff. Our name ain't something that can be wiped with ease. And we see Brooke doing his move, taking out people by bunches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at a time, just like that. You'll find taking our home ain't gonna be a breeze. That's facts. Oh man, Brooke's putting in some work. I'm liking this. Commander, the enemy has breached the palace. I'll hold the barricade at the staircase. Why can't I fight too? Princess Shuri says. That's out of the question. We'll be at their mercy if they capture you. I mean, her dad is spitting. I can't lie. Don't you have any crazy ideas now, Princess? It's a raider. Aw, man. Princess, the garden we always walked in. It's been set ablaze. Oh, your majesty, the junkyard we used to play in has been reduced to a hellish inferno. Damn, are they getting Buster called? Is that what's going on here? Y'all better buzz off. Y'all better buzz off. The edge of the map's a hell of a sight, cause it shines mighty bright. Okay. And Brooke's still trying to fight off like 3 to 5 people at a time. If we finally snap for real, that shaking is all you'll feel. Your Majesty, Princess Shuri. And Brooke runs in the room and he's looking shocked. What am I about to see here? Oh, okay. What am I looking at? So we got big fire bird looking. I don't know if that's Emu or if that's one of the Gorosei. I think it's one of the Gorosei. We got the king who's dead on the ground. We got, I believe, Shuri being controlled potentially by Emu. Maybe this is the first time that she is controlled by Emu. And it's clear that her sword is covered in the black flames, hockey looking energy. And she basically cut down her own father. I can't tell who this is in the back. I guess we're about to see. That's crazy though. He's down on the ground. Brooke is shook. She's looking down like she don't know what's going on or care. He's smoking a cigarette, chilling in the back. Who is this? Worried about the war? It's already over, Brooke. Oh! He's like, what? Aren't you happy? What? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I didn't read this chapter last week. Let me cut to the next chapter right now. Because what is going on? What is going on, yo? Oh, I'm glad I didn't read the chapter last week. Let's go. 1186, once more. Cover request by Sunadango. Loki covertly drawing Ida, who is secretly amused by it. Okay, that's cute. All right, that's my little between chapter water intermission. Let's go. No author note or anything, so let's get right into it. Brooks passed. The world government versus Asperia. Don't give up. And so yeah, it's basically like a buster call. They got mad Marines, they got mad CP agents. They're all invading the country. We got to see where this is gonna go now. Brooke has seen the crazy of crazy things, so I know he's getting PTSD on Elbaf right now. Anyway, winning independence is our only shot at survival. And Brooke, he's just in the zone. He's got a freaking spiral going through his afro. What? And he looks over. We got my dude on the side that's smoking a cigarette. We got Princess Shuri with the devil horns, and we got ethereal bird Emu on the side. We need a medic, quick! The king is in critical condition. Big bro, hang in there, big bro. Please, you've gotta, Brooke says. Big bro? Question mark. Big bro, are you a fan, mister? Don't call me mister. Yo ho ho. Well, I suppose I'll just call you big bro. Damn, he's thinking back to that first moment of the flashback, basically, where he was pretending he wasn't the prince. And damn, yeah. Big bro, he yells. Where's that damn medic? This sudden intrusion, Emu says, is quite the inconvenience. Brooke. So it doesn't seem. Oh, so I'm stupid. Emu used Domi Reversi on Princess Shuri. That's what happened. Anyway, Brooke, you know that guy is dead already, right? That guy. That's crazy. Yo, Brooke looking like, bitch, who are you calling that guy? You, who are you? What have you done with Princess Shuri? You see, I've watched over Shuri since she was a baby. She's totally incapable of this. There's nothing I don't know when it comes to Princess Shuri. Then tell me, Brooke, did you know that I'm a celestial dragon? Exclamation point, question mark. This guy wasn't my real father. Did you know that? Don't call him this guy, huh? What are you even saying? You are the child of King Leuven. That's a fact. Can you prove that? That's irrelevant when it comes to the bond between a parent and child, which is kind of like a running theme throughout all of One Piece. So Brooke is spitting. I've never seen Brooke this mad and animated in the entire series, and it's kind of awesome seeing the full spectrum of emotion from a character like Brooke, who at a point in time people were saying was just like a one note, just here to make a let me see your panties and bone skull jokes. But seeing the depth to his character be added layer by layer by layer, I'm loving this so much. Anyway, that's irrelevant when it comes to the bond between a parent and child. It isn't. This is life-changing news. I should have been raised as a celestial dragon. These past 16 years were a complete waste. Don't you understand how angry that makes me? And that demand for 1,000 slaves? It isn't true. This guy just didn't want to hand me over. Stop calling him that. This guy was a good-for-nothing king who pointlessly led his people to their doom. That's why I made him take responsibility. With the king dead, this war can end. But defeat will make our nation a lawless land. That is no longer my concern. Yo, this is crazy. Who is this guy? It's a God Knight. Knight of God. Saint Monmai. Yo, these names sometimes, yo. Manmayer Grow. I'm gonna have to wait for the anime for that one. A calendar. Anyway, I remember you now. There was a kid with an afro among Kandel's attendants. You weren't allowed to come near me. He got the double eyes, like how Shuri does. Oh, is this her real? Is this her real like father? That's nuts if that is the case. Daughter of a god knight. Who do we think in the current story might be a daughter of a god knight? But anyway, that high, she says, or he says, excuse me. That was Brooke that said that. You wouldn't normally come all the way to a backwater country like this. Yo, honestly, that's why they had him in the silhouette in the cut, smoking his cigarette like that, so that we wouldn't see his eyes and whatnot. That's you got Oda's still pulling tricks out his bag, yo. 30 years in, they don't mean nothing. He's still come with it. Anyway, we wouldn't normally come all the way to a backwater country like this to retrieve a single brat, but this kid possesses those mismatched eyes. Being born with that trait is truly rare, and the great ones desires them. I didn't awaken it myself, but she might. Though, thou hast said too much, Gro. Oh, forgive me, great one. Hey, Shuri. Okay, so what are the eyes? They got the Sharingan in here now. Now or the Rinnegan. I thought we weren't gonna do the eye powers thing, Oda. That was a Naruto thing. I love it in Naruto. We didn't need it to keep going. We got to end JJK with the 6 eyes. No, I'm just playing. Because we already have the third eye tribe that I feel like we need more color on. But at the same time, who am I going to complain? Oda's been hitting on all cylinders with all this stuff, so I'm not mad. Let's keep going. Okay, she might be able to unlock it, etc. Shuri's looking like she's on demon time. Brooke is looking very hurt. He's looking very hurt. He goes, huh? No, wait. This is just a dream, right? I used to change your diapers. I know everything about you, princess. And he's crying, and she's just got the straight face. She mean mugging, basically, as she's walking him down. You're so patronizing. Shedding tears like that is beyond pathetic. I deserve stronger protection. If I go to the Holy Land now, I won't need you anymore. Yo, she's spitting fire at him for real. My God. And Brooke, he's just crying his eyes out, man. I feel bad for my guy. You were always an angel, but now you look like a demon. Gavotte. I could, her loading up her move. I couldn't protect Big Bro, the man who saved my life. And he just drops his sword, and she goes in, Bond and Avant, and right through Brooke's head. Oh my God. How did Brooke survive this? What the hell? From frogs to cattle, from kings to chattel. Of the dead you'll find, only bones get left behind. Yeah, that's crazy. Oda's still masterful, man. It's crazy. Bones all alone, as everyone knows, and it's just the silhouette of the sword going through his head. That's just the way the story goes. And then her and her actual father probably walk off. Commander Brooke, and Brooke just wakes up amongst a bunch of other bandaged MFs. He's awake. It's a miracle. I'm shocked. A sword that went through your head, and you survived. It's a miracle. It missed your major blood vessels and the brainstem. Yo, I know Oda hasn't really pulled a real how the hell did they survive that on the Pell level in a minute, but this might be it, yo. Yo, his head got shish kebab for real. Anyway, it's a miracle it missed your major blood vessels and brainstem and the brain itself. How? Anyway, what about the kings? I'm not sure how much you remember, Commander. We shouldn't give you too much of a shock. No, I want you to tell me. We failed. The king is dead. An eyewitness saw Princess Shuri boarding a government ship. He's like, damn, all of that was real. It wasn't a dream. That's how he's looking. Most citizens have already fled the country. It doesn't matter where they go now. They'll be refugees now. Ah, he thinks to himself as the memories are coming rushing back to his head. Wah, he yells. Commander, oh no, his wound reopened. Commander, stay with us. Commander. And he's just grabbing his head. The blood is flowing out, the tears, the snot, everything. Every emotion is coming, rushing back to Brooke's entire psyche in that moment, which is crazy. And now we cut back to present day. Back then, you can see he's looking just as shook, just in his bone form. Back then, I didn't even know what a devil fruit was. The princess seemed so different after the king's murder. It was chilling. She looked just like a demon, but I always thought I was hallucinating. If that was actually real, though, hey, you guys. Brooks crying to himself, and it's like, damn, yeah. Do you think it's okay if I put my faith in Princess Shuri once more? And Jinbei kind of got a straight up face. Usopp looking a little shocked. Nami's crying. Frankie obviously is. The tears are rushing for Frankie, obviously. If she is a victim, then run, Brooke. Which, yeah, there was that one moment where she kind of shined through, right? And now she's still encased in the ice block or whatever it is. Is that just because I'm their daughter? It flashes back to him thinking that he would only protect her because of his relationship with her parents. And then it cuts to her frozen in the ice. I want to save her, Princess Shuri. Please, everyone, lend me your strength. Damn, yo, it's crazy how this arc just keeps going, yo. But I'm loving the pace that Oda's going with this. Honestly, let me just finish out the chapter. No need to be so formal, Jinbei says. Let's hurry and smash that ice. I wonder if lightning will do the trick, Nami says. A radical beam is our best bet. They all want to be the one that does it, yo. That's what I love about the Straw Hats, yo. It seems like explosives don't work. What should I do? They're all desperate to find a way to help their friend that needs it. Hey, Brooke, wait up. And Brooke is already, he put the jets on already. Whoa. All right, so now we're going to see what else is going on the island to close the chapter out, it seems like. We cut back to the Walrus School cafeteria where Luffy was eating all the food. That's crazy. New guy is Elbaf's enemy, right? Huff. Then he's my enemy too. I'm overflowing with power. And we're about to see Luffy just get one tapped by Imu after he spent 10 chapters charging up on food. And I'm about to love every moment of it. Just like when Kaido did what he did. Anyway, the way I'm feeling right now, I don't think I can lose. That's the death sign right there. He's not going to die for real. But he's going to lose real bad. I'm going to tell you that much. Huff. Targeting kids? The world's government sure plays dirty, Loki says. Thou art ignorant of the reason then? And Loki's like, what? Shall I enlighten thee? 800 years ago, the giant race were defeated in a bid to rescue their children. To rescue their children? That's interesting phrasing right there. 800 years ago? What are you saying? A few centuries is not nearly enough to change the nature of a race. Without fail. Okay, so we about to get some real information in a second. My bad. Without fail, thine people inevitably bend the knee when thine offspring are taken. Ignorance of the significance of what is occurring is irrelevant. History always repeats itself. 'Tis already too late. Thou art all slaves of Mu. Okay, now he's talking too much shit. He's talking so much shit right now that I know something's about to happen. You prick. What are you trying to say? Hey, dumbass. Oh, Luffy. Luffy comes in from off screen with the Emu's cut off guard and boom! Luffy crushes his face with a punch. Get off of Elbaf, yo. Oh my god. This is a moment that we've been waiting for, I can't lie. Because it's all been built up from the moment he punched that celestial dragon back on Sabaody. Back in the day, that this punch right here was gonna happen. As soon as that chapter happened where we first saw that Emu was a person, the empty throne, this punch was gonna happen. You feel me? And it's very satisfying, but let me just say this. He punched the hell out of Kaido, and Kaido went, is that all you got? And then demolished him. So with just one Thunder Bagua, just like that. So it's going to be amazing to see what happens to Emu here. I'm assuming that he's going to stomp Luffy and Loki, because he doesn't even look like he's been breaking a sweat so far, to be honest. He looks exactly the same as he did before the flashback. And Loki's all, So, yeah. I guess we're going to see what's going on with Sanji as well, and Zoro and everyone else around in the next chapter. But just to speak on this real quick, Luffy and Loki are about to get smacked in this next chapter. I know that. I would bet my house on that. But this punch is very satisfying. This whole chapter was amazing. Oda packed so much into this. Emotional roller coaster, Brooks' character, the coming back into the present day and seeing all the emotion from everything that we saw in the flashback hit Brook at the same time. This is One Piece right here. This is everything that's amazing about the story of One Piece, all in one chapter. I can't wait for this arc to end just so we can get into the next part, but I've been loving every moment of it. I haven't been like, damn, this shit needs to end right now. It needs to end right now. There was a moment in time where I was like, okay, I guess we're about to get into the next thing, but I'm not mad at it. As soon as that happened, we started getting everything with Emu coming to the island and stuff, and everything since then has been awesome. This flashback didn't even drag out or anything. It did what it needed to do, and it got out of there. And now we're gonna get to see some really cool stuff to finish this chapter up. It's gonna be awesome to see what's been going on in the rest of the world as well. So that being said, One Piece is back. I'm loving it. I'm about to react to the new Hunter x Hunter chapter next. So if you like Hunter x Hunter, check that out. Have a good day and weekend. Bless.